Hello, you're listening to Six Music with me, Russell Howard. How are you? Hope very well. It's Sunday morning. That was a bit loud. I shouted then.
Indeed.
I'm here with Sam and John.
Hiya.
Good morning.
Sam was late this morning.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault.
No, we'll do some. We'll talk about that later. Are you in a good mood at home? I'm quite giddy about Christmas. How about you two?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, John, did you know this, Sam? John got up at 5 o'clock. If you're listening, people at home, right? To get here, because we both live in Bristol, and John didn't want to come and sleep with me yesterday. In London, we normally sleep together on a Saturday night, don't we?
We sleep in the same apartment.
Well.
But it's come to light that he watches me while I sleep.
Really?
Yeah, he told me this earlier.
If there was a bear in the room growling, you'd probably have a glance at it. It's a very similar thing. Every time you feel you're being attacked, you check what's coming, and then you realise it's just your face falling into the pillow.
What a fantastic sentence to open. I like the idea of somebody at home just waking up and there's just you going,
If there's a bear in your room growling, you can have a glance at it. You're listening to Six Music with me, Jon Richardson.
I hope you're very well. So let's just get on with the show. We've got all the usuals coming up. John's had a haircut. We're not allowed to mention that. I broke my phone. Sam was late. But none of this matters. We've got a really fun 3 hours ahead of us. We'll be chatting about Laser Quasar. We've got Xmas shopping, the eating contest at Wookey Hole. We've got our first interview with the Honey Badgers, and we've got all the usuals. Let's Play God, what you do if you're an all-powerful deity, time travel, where you travel and why. Last week, John went back to the dawn of sanitation with the aid of my poo bus, remember that? Fun times. And Am I Normal? You can text us in. You can text us in on 64046, or you can email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. And John's put a little note under there that says, don't say a swear. And last week, the Am I Normal, that my favourite was from Emma, who said that every time she sees a cat, she swears at that cat in a posh voice. We've just heard some very exciting news. John, do you want to tell the people listening what you were doing and what you were listening to in the car on the way?
I had my Christmas CD on this morning. I've been waiting for the start of December, and lo, it arriveth. So last night I decorated our flat. And what did you say when I did the Christmas tree? What was your first comment?
I said that looks great.
No, you didn't. What did you say?
I forget what I said.
You said that looks, and then a word which doesn't need saying at any point of the Yuletide season. After I've spent time, but that Asda Smart Price 3-foot tree did not buy itself.
No, it didn't. I paid for it. No. we went Christmas shopping the other day. It was very exciting. Literally getting all the tinsel and stuff together. But I can't think of a more delightful image of just John bombing down the motorway, listening to
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, exactly. Sutcliffe in a metro, just burning it down.
I drive a Fiesta.
That's correct.
I've gone up in the world.
But yeah, we went Christmas shopping. It was really good fun.
Excellent.
Sam, what were you doing this week?
This week, it's interesting that you should mention it. I went and sat and had the highlight of my week was sitting and watching Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport with my father.
Is that right?
And it was an exciting week.
Do you want to tell the people what you're supposed to have done?
Well, it's funny. It wasn't watched.
I'll tell them what he was supposed to have done. People at home. Sam was sent off to go to Wookey Hole to watch the World Eating Championships at Wookey Hole, and Sam didn't make it. So Sam's going to get punished. Throughout the show, we'll be tasering Sam. But what it was, I don't know if you heard about it, Sam.
Yes, yeah,
we're going to spring this upon you a bit. Me and John have come up with a bit.
I'll get my goodies, shall I, Russell?
Goodies out.
I'll go get my goodies out of my satchel.
Do you know who the winner was, Sam?
I believe it was Sandra, the Black Widow Thomas.
The Black Widow Thomas, yeah. And you were supposed to meet her. Do you know how many pies she ate? Yeah, it's beginning to dawn on you, Sam.
It's starting to hit me now.
And it might dawn on the people at home. She ate 10 mince pies in 10 minutes. Well, we got 10 minutes to spare, Sam. And as a punishment, you're going to eat all these pies now. Get them out, John.
I'm getting the pies out now. I'm putting them on a little silver.
I can roll like that.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
God, they smell really nice.
Sam, you up for this?
Yeah, damn right.
Good. We'll put the first one down now. Right.
I was up for buying the pikiest mince pies on the market, but you made us get quite nice ones.
Yeah, but
That's love, though.
But shopping with John's horrible, though.
I'm going to add a little caveat here, because I think we should set a time limit, because, let's be honest, Sam was supposed to go to Wookey Hole. I came up with the idea of, if Sam can't go, let's send someone else. Why couldn't we send someone else, Russell?
Oh, that was my fault, guys.
Yeah, because for 3 days this week, you decided not to have a mobile phone.
Oh, that's simply not true. My phone broke. And I don't know if when your phone breaks, it's horrible, because you feel, A, you feel really lonely, and B, people can't get hold of you, and C, you can't get angry. The first text message I got when I switched my phone on after I hadn't had it for a few days was from John going,
Where are you? I am so...
I always read the text message out in his voice.
Where are you? I'm so lonely. I haven't felt this lonely since you left me in Spain. Oh,
it's horrible.
God, this is the campest start to the show we've ever had.
Well, you shouldn't be here in your pants.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the mince pies out. I'd say we set a time limit, and any of the mince pies Sam doesn't eat, You have to eat.
Oh,
Excellent.
Well, how's that fair? What?
That's justice.
Because we could have sent someone else if you'd had your phone switched on.
We've planned this together and now you're turning on me.
Yeah.
And you're not eating any of
I've
them.
got my fingers in other pies.
But-
I'm not eating any. No, I'm on a diet.
Oh, really?
Well, this is me sorted for lunch.
He said, John said a tremendously camp thing the other day in a restaurant. It was really good. It was this really pretty girl serving us, and John didn't finish his food. And she said, "Oh, is that a bit too much for you?" And he looked up at her with big eyes and went,
I'm only small.
and she looked absolutely terrified. She didn't know what she was dealing with, whether, he was only small or, there was every chance he was going to pick the food up and throw it in her face. But we've got that coming up. So, Sam, start eating.
Let's go.
Okay, chomp away.
Oh.
Really go for it.
How long are we giving it? It's 10:15 now.
Yeah, well,
Should we give him till...
Yeah, he's got until 25 past. Sam is, how many have you eaten so far?
He's done 3.
He's done 3 pies already in the space of 2. You're very close to beating the record. This is quite exciting.
9 pies remain.
We've got some. We've got. You'd be great as an adjudicator. We've got some emails in saying this is one from Emma that says, "Go on, Sam, you can do it." Another person going, "Go on, Sam, show those 2, eat those pies." It's a fantastic thing to write on a Sunday morning. We've got a text that goes, "I hope Sam." Oh gosh, that's a bit full on. I hope Sam suffocates from eating all the pies.
Oh,
That's a bit full on. I think that must be from the Black Widow or something. So we've had a fun week. Keep eating them, Sam. I don't want to see your pleading eyes. This is a punishment. Don't you look at me like that. So,
what you want to say there is, I don't want to see your mince pies, because that's Cockney slang, isn't it, for eyes?
is it really?
Yeah. Is it?
Could be.
Meat pies? Pies?
Probably.
Chicken
Pies.
pies.
Cockneys are weird, aren't they?
No,
What is that all about?
What
It is mince pies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mince pies eyes.
I think it is. Well,
I wish I'd never said anything.
Get somebody to text in 64046. John wants to know what eyes are in Cockney. Or you can email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. It'd be great if we got a genuine Cockney in to email. Although, I'm guessing from John, he probably thinks they don't know how to use the internet, am I right?
I never said that, but,
This man's got issue. Ever since he's had his haircut, Sam, he's turned into a right monster.
Oh, she talked too much. I don't like having my hair cut. My hair is rubbish. It's big.
That's simply not true. My mum calls you curly because you've got lovely curly hair.
It's not really that curly, though. It grows outwards too far, and it's big. So when I start getting laughed at on the train, I go and have it cut.
You don't get laughed in the train.
Do
It's
they
hair.
point?
Eat your mince pies and shut your mouth. Do they
I went to have it cut and it cost me 11 quid, and she barely took anything off, and I thought, I'm not giving you 11 quid for that. So I thought, I said, can you take a bit more off? And then she got a bit carried away.
It's
and
horrible
took
when
loads off. And she was clearly a novice, because when I sat down, the man went, "Don't cut your fingers this time, Sharon."
Oh my God! See that should be the point when you stop there, John.
But how can you
That's like walking into a barber shop and going, "You're right there, Mr. Todd."
Yeah, just a little bit off the top.
If I was going to walk out, I'd done it straight away, because she was a towny lady, if I can say that.
What? And he actually said, "Don't cut your fingers this time."
She said no. Yeah, she'd cut her finger that morning
Oh
because
my
she got no scissors for cutting hairs. They go right through.
Where'd you get your hair cut? In a skip?
In York.
Right. York's quite a nice place.
Yeah, I thought it was as well. But I thought, you're going to cut my hair the way your Darren has his hair.
Oh, that would have been
And
lovely,
sure
wouldn't
enough,
it?
she did, and I look like a...
Well, you came out of that. He came out very, very, very angry. I believe the official quote.
Women cannot cut hair, period.
And
That's a big statement.
yeah, but my mum cuts my hair lovely, and she stopped doing it now. She don't really enjoy it. And my auntie cuts my hair. Or the worst haircut experience I ever had. When I was 14, I definitely knew this. I got a bus to Alton from Ropley, where I used to live, and I had a picture of Sean Maguire in my pocket from Grange Hill. He played Tegs. And he had a sort of a burgeoning reggae career. And I went into Chaps in Alton and said, "Can I have a Sean Maguire, please?" And I had to hand this picture of Sean Maguire, and she cut it in the style. Nobody noticed. I don't know why. I was really into him for a sort of a very brief period. Don't give me that look.
Was he the Irish one who was in EastEnders?
Yeah.
Right.
He once got on a train and went all the way because he was so depressed. I had a really big thing. Thought, God, this is a weird start to the show. I wonder what Sean Maguire's doing
He
now.
went all the way.
He went all the way on a train. He didn't have sex on a train.
Pathetic.
What are you on about?
Stephen Fry got on a ferry and went to France,
Yeah, but I
and
can't-
nobody knew. And Sean Maguire just went, "I only need to go to Tavistock, but I go all the way."
Nice.
That is rubbish.
He was playing the role of an Irish person. He isn't actually Irish.
Is he not Irish?
No.
God, he's good.
He's very
He is
good, and his hair flowed. But what else we got up to this week? We went to Hemel Hempstead, didn't we,
We
John?
went to Hemel Hempstead.
We had the time. While Sam was eat your pies. While Sam
Yeah, you
was
really slowed down. That pie took some doing, didn't it?
Kill me.
while Sam
You're
was,
running out of time. We've got 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
to eat.
exactly. You wanna hurry up,
9
mate?
pies.
while Sam was supposed to be eating pies, we were in Hemel Hempstead, weren't we, mate?
Yes,
and
we were in Hemel
we had a
Hempstead.
properly dull day. I saw a fantastic bit of graffiti there that said Hemel is the best place in the world for dogging, right? And underneath somebody had written, no, it's not, it's Peterborough. And you find yourself going, wow, such a weird era in our evolution when we're quibbling over the best place to get bummed by a stranger. But then we were very bored. We didn't really, we were kind of writing, stuff for the show. And then I saw a laser quasar and got really excited.
It's Laser Quest.
It's quasar,
There's
mate.
no such thing as Laser Quasar.
There is. My mum calls it laser quasar, so that's
Yeah.
what we...
I stand by laser quasar.
Yeah, laser quasar, exactly. So I got quite excited, and because it was in Hemel Hempstead, there was nobody there, and I said, "Oh, let's go to laser quasar. That'd be really great. Just you and me in the chilling terrain, firing our guns off at each other." And he got,
No, I'm staying here. I'm staying in Frankie and Benny's having steak and eggs.
and all that, and you weren't up
I
for
had a
it.
calzone. I love calzone.
Yeah, but you weren't up for it at all, were you?
No, well, for a start, it was Monday at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was raining. Nobody else will be in Laser Quasar on Monday at 2 o'clock. It's
That's
just
the
me
beauty of
and
it.
you,
Yeah.
and we'll have to walk in and say, "Can we do Laser Quasar?" And they'll go, "No," for several reasons. Partly your age, and partly no one else is here.
That isn't the real reason you're cutting out, though, is it?
What?
Well, that scheme you had about going on a proper laser.
Oh,
Have you
well,
heard about
I
this?
found out to book a proper one where it's like paintballing. You book an entire forest and you get lasers and you go around shooting each other. And I was really excited when I phoned because I thought they'd talk like it was army, but it was clearly just a depressed middle-aged woman I spoke to somewhere, and she said, "What do you want?" And I
Oh,
had to
really?
say,
So you were expecting
laser strike, and she
Yeah.
went, "Right, where are you looking at?" Devon. I'll just check availability. Can you not just say I'm checking enemy status or something and not make me feel so bad?
Hey, I tell you what we should do. We should go to that forest and take on all the Radio 6 sort of people and Radio 2.
Yeah, widen that out to 2.
Yeah, no, let's do that. Well,
I've got previous with Steve Wright.
Yeah, we've got a party to go to this Friday for all the kind of presenters for Radio 2 and 6, and let's be honest, we're quite excited about that. Let's see if we can sign them up.
Wogan.
Yeah, how much fun would that be?
Wogan tearing through the
Oh, that'd be
forest.
great. Imagine. Oh, I bet you. What if like
No shirt.
whispering about Harris? Is it Bob Harris?
Yeah.
What if he turns out to be a right nutter? That'd be fantastic,
Well,
wouldn't
we're
it?
cool. We've got Dickinson on our side.
Dickinson, David Dickinson.
Bruce.
Oh, Bruce.
Bruce Dickinson.
I was going to say,
Christ.
that would be slightly freaky. We just found David Dickinson in the forest. Like,
Bruce
oh!
Dickinson. Should I know who Bruce Dickinson is?
Oh dear!
Oh,
Oh, God!
dear,
Oh
that's
no!
gone very
I'll be
bad.
honest, John. I had no idea who he was
Oh,
either.
thank
But
Christ.
you look like a fool. Hey, John, take that. Who is Bruce Dickinson? Eat your pies. Who is he? Adam. Who's he?
Is rock god, lead singer of Iron Maiden, and a presenter on Six Music.
Oh, you look pretty silly now.
Fellow presenter.
Fellow presenter.
Fellow presenter, yeah.
Yeah,
God.
well, we'll sign him up.
Iron Maiden, what sort of music do they sing?
I don't know, but
Ballads?
from the sound of it, it sounds like he could pistol whip Wogan. We were just having a chat, Adam's our producer, and I think he's just said to you, we're going now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because what he said, it's going into the next song, and I said, "Is it? We've already had 2 songs out of the
dear.
news. Let's have some hilarious banter."
I genuinely had an image, like I was thinking about, I typed the words drunk monkey into YouTube the other day, and whilst Adam was talking, all I could see was a drunk monkey dancing around. And then the music stopped.
You've
And-
got a question.
But you two were both staring at me, and Adam was looking at me, and I was like, well, this doesn't look good. So I've made a mistake here. But again, there is a tiny part going, oh,
That's why you don't laugh at the bits in The Simpsons when Homer does that, because you genuinely do.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable.
So that was a genuinely horrible moment. There's probably people at first, imagine that if everyone's eyes listening to this show just suddenly stared at the radio as if they're, he's done one of his 19-minute jobs. So we've had some great texts in. We've had a fantastic one here that says, listen, you lots, mince pies is Cockney rhyming slang for eyes. I'm standing beside Bow Church, E3, so don't tell me I ain't a Cockney, you something boys. You sausage boys. Don't make me look like a sausage. That's from Mark. We've had a really good text in. This is from our friend Ben, who says, hi Russell, I'm listening to you on my portable DAB on a coach to London from Birmingham. Just wondered if John still lives in a one-room hovel.
Oh, that's
from-
nice.
That's from Ben Norris. That was one of the funniest moments in my life. John used to live in a bedsit that was pretty depressing.
It had a separate kitchen and bathroom.
It was, he had a
It was a
plastic...
studio apartment.
He had,
I'm amazed.
he had a plastic bag for a bin, and that was and do you know that was my main, because me and John now live together, and I remember every time I used to go around there, it was like visiting a dying mouse in there, and he'd look at that bin, and you dreamt of having a proper bin, didn't you?
That's the dream.
Yeah.
As soon as my bin isn't a carrier bag hung on the back of the toilet door,
You've made
that's
it.
when I've made it.
So, but it was really exciting because I said, "Oh, let's move in together." Could
would you ever love me?
And yeah, let's live together.
Will we have a real bin?
We'll have a real bin, yeah. And it was a very exciting
And
time.
what happened? Our bin was left for so long that it went mouldy and we had to throw it out. Yeah. So now, instead of a carry bag on the back of the door, off the ground, so as to keep rats away, we have a bin bag on the kitchen floor.
We do, yes. It's a lot easier.
Tantamount to just stuff on
We've
the
had
floor.
some good times. Remember that time we laid that laminate floor in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that was exciting. Have you ever done that, Sam?
No.
I've never felt so manly. You felt manly, didn't you?
Well, kind of.
I properly laid it down. I was fantastic.
We'd already done
fully
2/3 of it
real
when
man,
you came
if
in.
you
This is what bothers me.
Well, there's absolutely
the hardest bit of laying a laminate floor is getting the corners measured up, knowing where to start and building back.
No.
We've done all that. No. He comes in at the 2/3 in point where it's basically just finishing a jigsaw.
Yeah.
And he comes in and goes, yeah, I'm doing the laminate floor. That you can see the point where he's joined in because the panels suddenly become chipped at one end where he's been hammering them in and he's broken them.
I felt great doing it there. It's the most manly thing I've done.
Still counts.
I didn't want to go outside in case I made women pregnant just by staring at them like some spunky Medusa. But when it was initially laid down, because I get quite bored at night, you know, I took to just sliding along the laminate bit, just going, wee. Phone me. I never got caught. I would have been slightly awkward.
I phoned you up the other day, didn't I, when you were doing that, and you fell into the fridge?
Yeah, that was funny. Really funny. I smacked my head. So, what are we going on about? Yeah, well, that's it. We've got we had another really great email from Ben that said, I'd like you to shoot Terry Wogan with a laser. So we're on for that.
Well, that's the
because this is basically what we're going to do. If you're listening, if you just join us, you're listening to Six Music with me, Russell Howard, my friends John.
Hello.
And my friend Sam.
Howdy.
Hope you're having a very good day. Now, we've been invited to a party, right, with all the radio DJs from Radio 2 and Six Music, and we're quite excited about it.
Bruce Dickinson's going to be there.
Yeah, so I hear.
The Deconator's
I'm
there.
going to get all my Iron Maiden LPs signed.
Same here. I'm
Yeah.
going to get tattoos and that. I wonder if Bruce Dickinson's ever laid a laminate floor. We'll ask him. But I think what we should... what? He's a cat?
I imagine he makes that noise.
It's
That's
quite
what,
possible.
that's like Iron Maiden and Metallica. They all make that noise.
It's going to be
don't
so
they?
much fun because what's going to happen?
Rockers are now.
What's going to happen at this party? There's going to be lots of bigwigs. There's going to be Wogan prowling around. Jonathan Ross. Oh, it's going to be really exciting. And there'll be John. He will not move from a 5 metre radius of the punch. Just sat there all night, just drinking. It's going to be like a frat.
It's going to be free, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's going to be free. That was all he was asking, right? We get an invite to this really cool party. We don't go to parties. We're quite boring men, right? I'm like, hey, we've been invited to a cool party. We've got to wear tuxes and all that.
Will the drink be free?
Do you mean, well, the drink? I'll get you a special brew on the way.
Yeah, but it's one of those tricks, isn't it, when someone goes, I'll come to a party, and you go, magic. And then you realise, by the time I've paid for my train ticket, tax hire, hotel, it's just costing me a fortune.
It's going to be great.
We're not paying me licence fee.
We're going to get a hotel room all together.
Yeah, is that so?
It's going to be like bachelor party. We got our tuxes fit yesterday, which was a massive... Fat. Yeah, he reckons that's the floor of it. But
whose cans are too loud?
yeah, somebody's got really loud cans. It's probably you, Thomas. Eat your pies.
Oh yeah, you've got 10 minutes. You've got to eat 10 pies in an hour now. So
Come on,
you've got
Sam.
12 minutes to eat 5 pies. I had a pie.
Oh, it's
They're
coming.
good pies as well.
They're horrible
Nice
pies.
and moist.
Nobody
I wanted them
likes-
to be really dry, horrible pies.
Nobody likes mince pies.
You're kidding
No,
me.
you like the idea of them, and then you put them in your mouth and you
Eat one.
No.
To be
Eat
fair,
it.
I'm about to say mince pies rock.
So we had our
Asked me
tux
the same
fitted.
question at 11.
We did have our tux fitted, and it was really boring. Right, it was a real letdown because I was terrified because he goes,
Right, we got to spare half an hour. Let's get our tuxes fit. Fact, whatever. That woman cut my hair like a prick.
and stuff like that, and I said, oh, fair enough. And we went, but I was quite scared, and I said, let's not do it. Let's go home first.
Why are we going home?
And what I wanted to do, and I told him, eventually after pestering me, was go home and change my pants. Because I wasn't terribly certain that there weren't skidders. And
White pants you're wearing.
yeah,
you told me,
I
so.
looked down, I was going, I'm wearing white pants. I might have skidders.
And what's great to me, you said, can you guarantee that you haven't got skidders?
But
And I said, yes. That's kind of how I live my life.
yeah, he had, well, that's what you said. You went,
I know for a fact today there are no skidders and I will not have a car crash.
and you can't put those two together. Surely. If
No,
you have,
what I was
if you have a
saying-
car crash and there aren't skidders in your pants, then that is an incredible
What I
crash.
was
of
saying
steel.
is that I pay as much attention to not driving my car into a wall as I pay to not soiling myself in daily business.
Anyway, I knew for a fact there might be some skidders. So I said, let's go home. And then you go, no,
Let's go in now. We're definitely going in now.
like literally getting into the shop, him ripping my...
Look at his skidders. He doesn't look after his bum.
And we got in there, and I was expecting like a man with like a lion tamer moustache. Hello, sir. So you've come to have a tuxedo fit? Yeah, if you like. Come through, Marie. Help. And it was just some. All right, going. Yeah. So you got a law ball? Go to a law ball.
That's the worst thing. No, you look like a student.
Yeah, and then it's the first time I've ever started doing. No, we're not going to a law ball. Actually, we're going to a Radio 2 and BBC 6 music party with Terry Wogan. Yeah. And then he pulls out Ken Bruce is going to be there. And the bloke's who's Ken Bruce? And then we went Russell Brand. And he got really giddy, didn't he?
He was really excited about Brandy being there.
Yeah, he went, oh, is he as crazy in real life? I'm like, I don't know, I don't really know. I don't get near him in case I get pregnant. And then, the odd thing, we'll get into the Am I Normals in a minute, we're on a bit of a roll. He then got away and went, right, so lads, you want insurance? Yeah, all right, how much is that?
£10.
£5.
Was it only 5? He charged me 10, right? Because he goes...
He goes looked at your boxer shorts and go, I'm charging him double.
But we didn't even have to get him out in the end. It was fine. We just went into separate booths. And he turns and went, right, £5, you're covered for blood, vomit, drink, and how can I put this? And then he looks at me and went, spunk. Stared at me like I'm some beast who does nothing but wander around looking for tuxes so I can chuck my muck on them.
Who's met you?
Yeah, what's he on? Just didn't look at him. Creepy pants over there.
No, he's guessing I haven't been near anything sexual for about 5 years. He's not far off.
But I haven't. I know for a fact. Our flatmate Nobler said you were strutting around in your tux when we got home.
Yeah, I put my tux on last night.
It was great.
That's properly nice.
But he rang me up going, I look good. In what?
In me tux.
You're wearing it.
Oh, I look good.
He couldn't
I
wait.
nearly went to my gig in my tux last night.
Did you?
Oh, that would have been an event.
There's no way of making... we should put a dinner jacket, not tux, because Tuxedo is white. A dinner jacket is black. But, so it's a dinner suit.
Because there are probably people at home. I wonder what
I hope there are. You can't do a full section on Am I Normal without having people at home going, I do wish you'd say dinner jacket. It clearly means dinner jacket.
Yeah, people like that go, we've woken up, put 6 music on. I hear Russell Howard's gone.
I need a fat beat to get me out of bed.
Booyah. And
I've completely forgotten what I was saying.
oh, you're on about tuxes and stuff like that. The point is,
It's going to be funny.
he went mental in the shop.
I was going to say there's no bad way of wearing a tux. Because if you button it up and
if you wear it with your cock out, that's surely a bad way.
I don't think so.
Well, I'll hold you to that.
You're still
at the party.
Classy
I can disprove that. The last tux I wore made me look like Don Corleone.
There's no way you can have your carriage out, your gear out, and look like and people are going, someone's doing all right for himself.
What, I'll walk down the street with my gear out in a tux, and you walk down the street with your gear out in normal clothes.
Forget a street.
And see who gets arrested first.
Say that again?
If I go down in a tux and you go down dressed like that, I bet you get arrested first, because people will notice that I'm wearing a tux faster than they'll notice my tiny beast hanging out of my trousers.
Right, I will definitely hold you. See, what you're saying is I've got to dress in normal clothes.
Yeah.
You're going to wander in a tuxedo with your gear out.
You've got to have your gear out as well.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. The gear gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take you on that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you name the place and I'll be there.
Oxford
Can I name the
Circus
place?
after the show.
Can we have radiators before?
Can we have radiators?
Yeah, just to warm ourselves up.
No.
Oh, really?
No, you go neat.
Right. Well, let's get into that. Well, text us in 64046 or email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. Name the place and the area where me and John have to get our gear out. Let's have a chat. Oh, this is a great song by the Smashing Pumpkins. It's Over a Door. I've got more to tell you about the tuxes, and then we'll get into Am I Normals. We've had some really good concerning me and John getting our gear out. We've had just a text that says Hampstead Heath. 2 a.m. Sounds fairly scary. And you are welcome to do it in Gardner Street in Brighton. There's a nice real ale pub around the corner, so you can have a pint afterwards.
The Horn in Hand?
Love. That's Love.
There is a pub called the Horn in Hand.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's
I know
do
that area quite well.
Yeah. But I think it should be impromptu. I think we should just be like strutting somewhere and just suddenly...
Just drop it.
Yeah, just get our gear out.
Well, I think there's no better place than the party itself.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do it there.
Because you have to wear a tux at the party. That's the whole point. If you turn up in your car keys, you won't get in.
Let's do it on let's get in the audience of Jeremy Kyle or something like that, and that'd be great because the camera will look at you every so often in your tux because I'll think, oh, and hang on a minute, is that his gear? And then you'll go to jail.
I hated the fact that you said let's try and get in the audience for Jeremy Kyle. Looking at the audience he gets, imagine turning up there and them going, oh no.
Yeah, sorry, no, you just don't look scummy.
We got skidders.
Oh, come off it, mate. Everyone's had skidders. It's just a natural thing.
I don't think everyone's had skidders.
Sam,
Yes.
skidders,
Never.
lies.
Monster.
I'm not a monster.
Some kind of beast.
Tidy yourself up and just stop playing with it. And that's the 2 tips I'll give you.
Right, thanks very much. That's what he's going to have written on his gravestone.
John was a complicated man.
Sorry, that was a bit more.
I'm just going to have back off written on my grave.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Stop standing on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Why have I started talking like you?
Because that's how you talk. You're
It's
a lovable northerner.
I don't ever do that.
You do. You get excited by toasters and stuff, don't you?
I do love the kitchen bits in supermarkets. I could sit there for hours looking at knives and stainless steel mashers.
Shall I take this off your hands?
God.
Wow, that was a sexual noise there.
I just love it. Casserole dishes.
Let's get CCTV footage of him in Debenhams or wherever he's been,
beautiful.
staring at like colanders like that, and just put some hot, sexy music over the top. We can make a fortune.
For my favourite implement, and you tend to only find this in a pensioner household, is
go on, John. What's fairly scary about that implies you've been breaking in the pensioner household.
No, my nan's got one. It's for slicing boiled eggs into neat slices.
Yeah.
It's like a little, you put the boiled egg in a little boiled egg shaped thing, and a little wire comes down, cuts it into neat little slices.
Oh, that frightens me. I'd get my fingers caught in that.
No, it's not like a mandolin. It's fairly safe, and it's just, it's not very sharp. You don't.
The other thing we were on about,
It's so boring.
Hey, come on, that's fine. Don't drop. Look at me. So, Sam, do it to him as well. Oh, it's only the monster, just a little kiss of me. The other thing that...
How can I respect it?
Let's get into Am I Normal, you two.
Sorry.
Stop wittering about bloody shaving eggs or whatever it is you do. We had a really, really odd incident in the tuck shop. We got fitted up. John looked fantastic. I looked a bit like a hamster in a suit. And I had that shouted at me in a gig the other day. Somebody went, "You look like a hamster, mate, but in a good way." Not quite when that would be a good way. Maybe one day, if there's a nuclear fallout, I can hold food in my jowls, or if the hamsters take over the world, they won't kill me because I look a bit like them. Makes no sense. Then he spins off, pirouettes off into the shop. In the middle, in front, there's about 3 people getting fitted and that, and he went,
One day I'm going to get married.
like that, staring at a dress. Like looking, you were looking at that purple dress.
Making it sound like I wanted to wear the dress.
It was hilarious, but he had his hand like near her sort of hip, and the other hand here.
Will you be my wife?
I was like, oh God, we better get out of the shop. Do you want them now, lads?
Lovely cufflinks and stuff in there.
Yeah, you got really giddy about the cufflinks, but that's the first. Let's move into Am I Normal? Because John, is that normal to hold a mannequin and fall in love with it? I mean, we all enjoy the film.
I'm not saying I'm normal.
What have you got this week then, John?
Well, my proper mental one is when I'm walking. If it's a route I do very often, like for example, walking from our house to Temple Meads train station in Bristol, I treat it like a little race, and I'll commentate in my head, and everyone else in the town is someone that I'm racing with. So I sort of go, a businessman on the outside, and he's really messed up there because he's taken to not take the zebra crossing, and that means he's going to get held up at the Pelican. And I'll commentate for the whole race, and it really lowers your PB, so it helps you get to places faster.
Did I tell you that he has a PB? There's a tally chart on our fridge.
I beat my PB to Temple Meads in the rain. I was so delighted. Turns out I'm better in the wet. Everyone else had umbrellas, and I think it was slowing them down, and I just put my head down and nailed it.
It's fantastic.
That's pretty amazing.
Most people have got an iPod. Listen to some songs, gently bounce along. John's there going,
oh, here we go, there's an old lady falls over in the rain. Come through our hero. New aerodynamic haircut, cut by a woman, can't trust them. John keeps going.
Even if I get overtaken, I pretend they're in a different race.
Oh my God, is that true? That's not right.
I always have to win, so if someone overtakes me, I'll go out, and there is Nigel, of course. He's taking the short course option today, coming in from the other side of town. Won't bother John.
And is it just the one commentator, or is there 2 commentators in your
Sometimes there's 2, yeah, sometimes.
A bit of co-commentary going on.
Yeah.
How about you, Sam? What's your Am I Normal?
I've kept every toy since my childhood and put it up in my attic. I have a heaving attic that threatens to kill me at any moment. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I can still remember to this day the day 2 years ago that Dad threw away Castle Grayskull, and I'm not bitter.
Jesus wept. What, one day he just came in, enough's enough, boy.
Yeah. You've got to get rid of something. Well, how about this? No. And it turned into quite a scene. It was quite emotional. It was hideous.
Did he gently challenge you?
Yeah, he said, we need to free up some space up there. You'll die. And
wow.
Lo and
so
behold,
is it all up in the attic and stuff like that?
Everything.
So I don't get that. I'm not a hoarder in any way. Text in if you agree, 64046, or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. Mine is, this is going to sound horribly narcissistic. I was telling John about this the other day. When I go swimming, I can't get enough of myself, like sniffing myself after it smells. I think it'd be really nice to smell somebody else after they've been swimming, but you can't really do that. You can't give that. Oh, you see, you got goggles.
Apparently, society frowns on it.
Yeah, give us a go on that. Oh, that is chlorine, but it smells absolutely lovely. He wouldn't sniff it, but.
Do you know the most narcissistic thing you do I've noticed over the last 3 weeks?
Oh, don't tell him about this. Don't tell him about that. That's me being worried.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think it's about me lifting up stuff.
Lifting up stuff?
Lifting up my top
I wasn't going to say
Oh,
that.
don't do that. Don't do that.
yourself there,
What are you on about? Let's play a song.
I was just going to say, every time you walk into the lift at your flat, you just walk to the back wall and face the mirror for the entirety of the lift journey.
Yeah, but that's because I can't stand you. I don't do it all the time, but it's just... You have to check yourself for the... This has gone badly for me. So what we've learned here is, apparently I lift my top to look at my stomach. I like sniffing myself.
Oh, you did that yesterday in the
Stop
kitchen,
it.
didn't
Let's
you?
hear the song for a song. John's here.
Hello.
Wow. Jesus. Let's
I
show...
didn't think you were doing it because you went, me, Russell Howard, and you got my friend Sam and John.
Well, no,
and this day you went, hello, Russell Howard, and I thought, right, we're going straight in. And then you look at me and I'm expected to come up with a wit. There's only so many ways you can say hello.
Why, just say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I thought you just spent the entire song looking at spoons. Something like that.
I'm not a big fan of spoons. Cutlery don't do it for me.
Here
It's
we
got
go.
A big kitchen paraphernalia.
Sounds like a tangent. Far away, John.
I've done enough tangents today.
Spoons don't do it for me. What a fantastic thing.
Cutlery's boring.
Ooh. Do you hear that, cutlery
There'll be
makers?
emails in
John
now.
thinks you're
You
boring.
don't say that on radio too.
No, you don't, yeah. John thinks forks can go themselves. Sam, how are you? You well?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Good
I didn't have a
morning.
question. I was just pointing at you.
It's good to be
How many-
pointed at.
How many mince pies do you get down?
I've got down about... that's a good point. Let's count them.
Well, there's 4 left, and we had 12.
Six. So there's 4 for me to do in a very short amount of time.
Now, we've had some really good Am I Normals.
Crackers.
We've had one from Cheryl. This is quite exciting. We just found out about John's. It's from Cheryl here. Cheryl Franklin. Wait! I do that racing whilst walking too. The best bit is overtaking and seeing how fluid you can walk around the person.
Yeah.
I'll win pretty much every race. Going up Park Street in Bristol is the hardest. Now, that's the exciting part of the email, because that suggests this lady lives in Bristol, which means that John has either a lover or a deadly rival. How great would that be?
Imagine if we bumped into each other and we didn't know and we were both doing that racing thing.
The beauty of that.
That'd be horrible.
The beauty of that is you'll never bump into each other because you'll always be...
No, but what if we're going in the same direction and I just got to move around her thinking, woman, she's out of the game, I'm having her, and she's thinking, yeah, this man thinks he's got it, but he hasn't, because he doesn't know that I'm going to win. And we'd end up legging it up Park Street until one of us had an asthma attack and died.
What'll happen, you'll both be walking up Park Street next to each other, looking at each other, gradually falling in love, and you're going, she might be perfect, she might be the perfect woman, there'll be something wrong with her. Oh my God, he's so lovely, look at his hair, he's so attractive, he's so knowledgeable. And then some bloke will just pop out of his shop and go, any of you two want some forks? And then you'll both go, yeah, swear at that man, and then you'll realise you're in love and kiss forever. We've had, not forever, that'd be a horrible way.
Well, it must be to live in your head.
Yep, it's fun. Oh look, that monkey's had a Zambuca. Hey, and he's approaching the river. Naive. I've had a great one here from Abby that says, yes, I'm not, she hasn't put that.
Oh.
She's put, yes, I'm not the only one who sniffs my arms constantly for a week after going swimming.
A week?
Yeah.
Oh, let's be
Week,
honest, that
that's
chlorine staying on a day,
No.
that's just pervy after the...
Not in mine and Abby's world. What we do is we have a swim and then we get our arms. Hey, Abby, do you like to look at yourself in mirrors? Do you enjoy that?
Abby, clean kecks or dirty?
Hey, come on, leave it alone, John. Abby, have you ever had skidders? Text in. You must have done. Definitely. Right, the other Am I Normal's got a really good one here. Someone says, Russ, I like to hold my bits while I'm watching telly, and I keep saying in my head, well done, Tom.
What a monster.
That's not, I quite like that. The idea that he's just watching a program and he keeps going, well done, Tom. Well done, Tom. We've got another one here who says that this is something I do actually. When they're in a bed, they're bored on a Sunday morning and they're trying to reach their phone, but it's just out of reach. They try and think that they're a Jedi so they can pull it closer to them. Now I do that. Now we've spoken about this before.
We've all been.
I've got the power. I did this the other day. I don't think I've told this on air, but my girlfriend Karis was like, oh, move that. She put DVDs over my Rufus Wainwright poster, and so that Rufus was covered up. And I just very gently moved my hand towards Rufus Wainwright, and sure enough, the CDs both fell down. And I looked at her and said, don't ever do that again or I will destroy you.
I don't want to live in a world where you can say the sentence, my girlfriend put DVDs in front of my Rufus Wainwright poster.
What's wrong with that? It's
It's juxtaposition. But
Well-
she clearly just propped them against the poster and they fell. Because you
No,
do
no,
it.
no.
We're walking along and you'll get to the lift and you'll hear it go ding and you'll go open.
Yeah, Jedi.
They're opening anyway.
No. They were going to.
Because you got it wrong this morning.
No, because I didn't fancy doing it.
So why did you move your hand across and go...
Because a Jedi has to have some downtime.
BBC. Six Music.
That was Bombs by Flayfus. Hope you enjoyed that, because I certainly didn't. Such little time for that. I just, probably get loads of angry texts in, but I just find that, every time you hear his voice, you're just hearing that Insomnia song, and Jesus whip. Oh, can't. But you said the other day,
have you ever heard it in a club? Oh, it's banging in a club.
I said exactly that, and
you
then I
did
just
say
walked
that.
away into the distance and looked at a pot of margarine for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. It's good in a club. When I was an idiot and I used to go nightclubbing over weekend, that song used to get my rocks off. 'Cause I don't do drugs or anything, so I like music like that.
I've got a lovely image of you just kind of...
Right, it's a weekend, I'll be off to a club then.
Just walk
That's exactly what I do.
With a carrier bag, that'd be fantastic. When was the last
Pass me my bestest cardigan.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, these are hush puppies, they're fine. Why am I not allowed in? I got them cheap from a festival. Yeah, I've been to a festival. I did a gig.
Gwilfest.
Yeah, he did. That's just fantastic. Some of the gigs, me and John have done some properly roadbill gigs down the years. Recently, he did a gig for shoes, didn't you?
Just do a gig for shoes.
There was no money, right? And he did a gig, and he was all excited about it. And I was like,
yeah, got a gig.
Oh, great, what's that?
Doing a festival.
Oh, brilliant, excellent, that'll be fun. Who's on? Blah, chatting about who's on. So, are you getting paid?
Yes, a pair of hush puppies.
And how lovely is that?
I got paid and I got shoes, and they're good shoes. I'm wearing them now.
That's fantastic. What festival was that again?
Gwilfest.
Hey, if we mention products on air, we might get them.
That's very true. There's our tactic.
Jimmy Carr did that.
We're getting pointed at.
We're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do. Watch this. Breville, I don't care. Breville. I've got an email here. We've got an email here from Aaron Breville, and he says, "Yeah, you got Brevilles." But apparently we're not. But Jimmy Carr did that. I was in his hot tub a little while ago.
God, are we going to get a Jimmy Carr delivered?
But it's really funny. He, those Life in the Day offs that they do at the end of the Sunday Times, where it's always some bloke. I wake up at 4 o'clock and I kiss my geese and all this, and I eat muesli, and then I go to bed thinking of the and all that blah blah. But he mentioned, it was really really funny. He just went, yeah, everything's going all right for me. The only thing I haven't got, quite like a hot tub. And apparently the next day, a hot tub company rang up his agent and offered him a hot tub for free.
That's superb.
So, we should do that. Hot tubs.
Everything's going great for me. The only thing I haven't got is a wife and a home.
Yeah.
I'd deal with the transformer.
Rented.
Yeah, come on.
And we're moving out.
We are moving out. It's going to be all right, though. Hey, we've got an email here for this. This show's really hanging by a thread today, isn't it? Like we're all, by the end of it, we're just me hanging. Hi, John. This is from Charlotte Pollock.
Hi, Charlotte Pollock.
I'll do Charlotte's voice. Hi, John. I heard that your favourite kitchen gadget is an egg slice, so I thought you might like this. It's a boiled egg mould from Japan. Oh, thanks very much, Charlotte. That's fantastic.
A boiled egg mould.
We've got another one here for John. I raced this woman when walking from the train station to the street. The main objective being I have to cross the road first. No time for commentary. I'm not a jerk like you. Wow. That's a bit
Lovely. Who's that?
It's a text. We can't read his number out, or he might get angry texts from ladies who want to protect
Slide it over here.
Slide it over here.
Ready for a duel.
Nice.
Call me a jerk.
I'll be honest, the jerk bit has been added.
Oh, right, so it doesn't say that.
No, Adam wrote it in pencil.
Oh, yeah, right, you are filth.
What have you got for Am I Normal?
I've got some crackers. I've got
Sexy son of...
I've got one from Anissa that says, Am I normal? I pretend I'm part of MI5 and walk around the house as if I've got an earpiece in my ear and I'm on an uncover mission. That's quite good. Russell walks around the house with a teaspoon handle in his ear, picking wax out.
Tuesdays.
And some belters from Jerry Gillam. He's come up with 3. He says, when listening to music in the car, the volume's got to be in 8, 12, 15 or 18, or thereafter in multiples of 2 up to 26.
Wow. He's well and truly in your gang, isn't he?
But this is where it gets interesting, because his friends try and wind him up about it. So if he puts it on 26, his mate will knock it up to 27. But what he says he does, he sits in silence until he turns the volume back. And he's also got one about, in the pub, my pint glass has to be in the dead centre of the beer mat. It's probably a bit like John's right angle desk thing, but the beer mat should also then ideally be level with the edge of the table.
Wow, he's genuinely one of your people. That's fantastic.
We're everywhere, mate. We're taking over.
What have you got, Sam?
I've got a gem from Adam Beardless Taylor. Am I normal? When I touch one part of my body, I then have to replicate its opposite. If, for example, I touch my left thumb to my left index finger, I have to then touch my right thumb to my right index finger. I mentioned this to my friend and then girlfriend and acquired the name Crab Boy.
Excellent. That's very good.
Do you reckon that's related?
That was unrelated.
Yeah, absolutely. Then girlfriend, Crab Boy, figure it out.
I've got one here to text Sam. I've got one here. During bored weekends, if I'm on my own, this is lovely, I'll pretend I'm in a bad sitcom or a TV show and continually wink and glance at the camera. That's fantastic.
I think everyone does that.
Yeah. Well, you often do that when you're just walking down the street. You just imagine you're in a film. If you listen to an iPod, that's the best one.
Hell yes.
Kind of, they'll be like, why am I always on a plane or a fast train? Russell glided through the street. Down. It's always a fairly dull movie in mine. You're not going to make a film out of me going to the shops, get some milk.
When you're around the house, you imagine there's cameras in the house, don't you? I think it's because of Big Brother and stuff.
Oh, I don't imagine that. Do you imagine that?
Yeah, all the time. Everything I do, I imagine I'm being watched. Which,
Really?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just throw caution to the wind.
I had some fairly serious thoughts about it once. I thought about it. I wondered whether it was replacing religion.
Right,
because
here we go.
People used to think God was watching them, and that's why they behaved.
Yeah.
And less people believe in God now. So I think people believe they're always on Big Brother or something. And it's probably a good thing, because it's the only thing that stops them doing
unmentionable evil,
bad things.
Wonderful.
But I thought most people do this, but the look I'm getting from everyone within the vicinity suggests that I'm mental.
Well, what's delicious is the idea that you're suggesting that Big Brother is going to replace God. That's fantastic. And on a Sunday, wonderfully
this is mutation, isn't it? This is how it happens.
That's how your brain works. It's wonderful. I love the idea that you're there in our kitchen chopping some tomatoes. Oh, he did something really flashy, a bit drunk the other day. Watch this. And he got a tomato and he started, a mushroom, and he started chopping it without even looking.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ, it was fantastic. But I love the idea that the first time that happened, you were maybe in your bed sit, just chopping away, choppity.
In my separate kitchen, which I think you'll find makes it not a bed sit.
Oh, come on. And then it was lovely. I used to enjoy going there. We used to eat chicken and we got on famously.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that you're chopping away and then part of your brain goes, oh, God, you might be being watched, John. Easy. Get out of the house now. Get out of the house.
I don't mean it in a sinister way. It's not meant to be sinister.
It's totally sinister.
It's just sort of makes you act a little bit more flash, maybe, than you would around the house. Makes you behave a bit more. And maybe every now and again you will look at an imaginary camera and do a little wink. Mirrors are a good one. You can't not look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a cheeky wink. It's just an extension of that.
You're allowed to. Hey, we've got one. I race with the girl next to me in class to finish our notes, but I didn't think she actually knows she's competing. Oh, that's quite lovely. And we've got another one here. Dear Russ, do you find when you put aftershave on chlorine skin it smells a bit farty? That's from Neil in Southampton. No, not really. I'm not an aftershave man, but,
Surely you have a shower after you go. So I don't get this swimming one.
I have a shower, yeah. But not. I don't wash my arms, because then I'll keep my arms for myself. So
Are you ever going to get to a point where you just dip chlorine on yourself?
It's getting to that stage. Well, that's what I want to meet. Somebody,
There's going to be a tremendous rash somewhere, isn't there?
Oh, it'd be. But what have you got?
I've just got a text that says, I will be John's wife and you two could be brothers.
Yeah, sweet. Let's do this.
It starts off nice, doesn't it? It says, I will be John's wife, and then you two can be brothers. I've read the Dear Deirdre columns a lot. That's basically saying, if it all goes wrong with John, because he might actually be mental,
okay,
you can be his brothers that he finds me sleeping with. If I've learnt one thing from Dear Deirdre...
Whoa, my
this is paranoid schizophrenia.
We're about to go into the news, and John is about to describe why the world's in a terrible place again. Go on.
Oh, I'm not going to do it.
No, do it. Go on.
No, I'm curious now. You've hooked me.
Well, it's because you're an evil freak.
If you finish work at 4 o'clock, don't go home. Go and have a drink. Go and walk around a park because your partner is having sex with someone else. How many times do you have to read about it before you finish at 4 o'clock and think, I'm going to go and have a pint for an hour, because if I go home, I'm going to see something horrible?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't think of a better way of introducing The First Day of My Life by Bright Eyes, which is a tender romantic song, than the introduction John's just given it, that if you leave work early, your wife will be shuffling a stranger. Sam, how are you?
I'm good. Damn good.
John, how the heck are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. Do you want to say hello to the people?
Yeah, hiya.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
So, you've heard the news. We've got our news stories of the week. The best news story, without a doubt. I don't know if you listening at home heard this, or you two have picked to this. There was a 4-year-old who basically protected his mum by dressing up as a Power Ranger. It's really great. Stevie Long crept away whilst a robber was pointing a gun at his mum. He then leapt back into the room dressed as a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. He was screaming, "Get away from my family," and swinging his plastic sword. The robber legs it, gets credit cards and cash and all that, but no one was hurt. And then he said, this is his official quote from 4 years old, "I scared the bad guys away." How cool is that? He's from Durham, North Carolina. But then his aunt in the story got all grouchy. She's all like, she said a counsellor has suggested Stevie needs to improve his distinction between fantasy and reality. He fully believed he morphed. I think that's a fantastic.
Good on him.
That's what
Good on
four's
him.
all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was just the old idea that, well, you need... How depressing would that been of him going, well, I did dress up as a Power Ranger, but, they're probably going to leave anyway, he's going to be rocking around the playground going, yeah, what did I do at the weekend? I scared off a burglar. What were you? What, you put a marble up your ass? You got nothing on me. You got nothing on me. The kind of stuff, when you're 4, like 4-year-olds are complete lunatics. I went to the zoo with a load the other day. We've spoken about this, don't look at me like that. But we went there, and they're just great. They're just complete little lunatics. They're like, yeah, the lion winked at me. I see dead people. Elephants are... It's just wonderful fun. The kind of stuff you do when you're 4 should be full of joy and wonder and excitement. It shouldn't be like,
He must have had some real presence to scare off an armed robber there.
Absolutely.
Really, must have...
But what does she
He's
think...
swinging that plastic sword around.
But the auntie, is she worried he's going to become like a vigilante?
I was always grounded, though, as a child. I had a certain imagination, but it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was young.
Yeah.
And we had to pick who we wanted to be. And I kind of knew in my heart I wanted to be Leonardo, because he had 2 swords and he was the leader.
You're Splinter, without a doubt.
But I picked Donatello because I knew that realistically when we were playing out, you would never find 2 swords, but I could find a stick.
Unbelievable.
That's practical.
See, but that's worrying.
That's really important.
And he's the cleverest one.
Do you know,
as well.
Do you know how my thought process went? I'll be him today. Was that easy?
Skidders!
No, I didn't tell people I had skidders when I was 4. Just smacked them about. I've never beaten anyone up. But it's just... I just think it's great because it sparks you off thinking, what's the most heroic thing you've done? Because I haven't beat that. When I was 4 years old, I was pretty good at doing the farty noise under my arm.
That's pretty heroic.
That was about it. But you can't really, and
it's not going to scare burglars off, is it?
Well, see, that's the thing I'm thinking now. When we move to London, me and John are going to move to London. I'm thinking about dressing up as Batman. Whenever whenever I'm in the house, I'm in the house, so there's somebody burgles you, and you're like, yeah, whatever, I'm Batman, and then they'll leave.
Oh yeah, of course, because they wouldn't think, great, a lunatic. I'll probably just throw some chocolate in the corner and I'll take his stuff without him even seeing.
Well, no, I think it would work. I mean, let's not test this theory. It'd be horrible.
If I come home from a gig and you're dressed like Batman.
If you're an unbalanced robber.
What would be great about it is if you, fully find yourself, lapping up the celebrity world of London town, and you come home and go, yeah, we'll come back, have a few drinks. And I'm literally stood there dressed as Batman. Oh, I thought you were up with burglars. I'll take my utility belt off. What are we doing? Well, we're having a drink in John's room.
Oh, right. I broke up a hobo fight once.
Excellent.
That's a phenomenal opening sentence. Do tell.
They were fighting, these two. I say they were fighting. One was on the floor getting kicked in the head by the other one. Yeah. And we were out and about in town.
Yep.
And I was with a group of men, and I said, oh, come on, let's break this up. And as I was on the way there, past another group of men, I picked one. I said, oh, you're a big fella, you'll help me out, won't you? And I got over there, and none of them had followed me. So I just grabbed hold of this hobo and went, stop kicking him in the head. And he went, you don't understand, he's been on his turf.
Right.
I don't really... Clearly angry about something. I'm not saying this is a random attack.
Were you dressed as Leonardo when you did that?
Yeah, I had a stick.
Did you actually stop the fight then?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty heroic.
Other people got involved, which was disgusting. When I got involved, they got involved because they thought, well, you can't have him getting beaten up. But when it was 2 homeless people, they thought, oh, just let him kick each.
What did that do to your personal best? That must have thrown you off.
Oh, that race was abandoned. Yeah, but I did receive a Lifetime Achievement Award for services to the art, which, was great.
The most... I was just trying to think back to the things I did when I was little. When I was 8 years old, like embarrassing, because that isn't embarrassing, that's fantastic. His mum is going to really struggle sending him to bed early. Imagine that. Like, come on then, it's time to go to bed. What? You're going to leave? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, come bedtime now. No. I'm staying up. I'll keep.
You can't handle my power.
Yeah, exactly. Just get his sword out and go, you want to get burgled again, woman? I'll have some Arctic roll. No. But when I was 8, it's very embarrassing this. You know the film Teen Wolf? I thought I was a wolf. I had two of my mates, Johnny Mowinkle, and let me finish the story before you laugh in my face, John.
I was fine until you said Johnny Mowinkle.
Johnny Mowinkle was my mate, and we sometimes called him Johnny Mowinkle or Johnny Raspberry, but he was fantastic. He had really bad eczema. That wasn't why I was his mate, and I didn't let him have any of my crisps. But he used to play rock, paper, scissors. We'd play rock, paper, scissors. He invented like other things. So he had one that was black hole, and black hole won every time. So you could never play rock, paper, scissors. You go, paper, black hole. Well, that wins every time, doesn't it, Johnny Winkle? Anyways, what's the story I was telling? The words are all disagreeing.
I don't know, you were 8 and you thought you were a wolf.
I thought I was
I think
a wolf.
That's hopefully the end of the story.
No, it's not.
It's not going to get any better for you from here.
It's pretty bad, right? Because I thought it was a wolf, and we had to do this play, and I was the narrator, and then the baby Jesus walked in the manger, and the girl who was also narrating with me repeated my line. So I cried in front of everybody, and whilst weeping, I saw my dad like walk out of the assembly, like walk in front of me and walk out, and then I got home, and he was like, "If you ever do anything like that again, you're no son of mine. I'll never cry again." "You're right, you won't." And you know.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Your
I think
family is weird.
Yeah, I think that's.
I like them.
I think that's why I do stand up. But there's more. It gets worse, right? Because it's videoed by one of the teachers.
Have you still got that?
No. We had
I'd love to see you cry as an 8-year-old.
Your eyes lit up then. But he and so next time we had to watch. Yeah, my cousin Joe used to cry like that. Like every family party, you'd find him underneath a car. They won't let me stay. Well, come out from under the car. You're going to hurt yourself. You don't know me. Anyways, we had to watch the video, and I knew I was crying on it. And me, Johnny Winkle, and Eddie were near the bit. We used to touch a red garage when we were 8, and that would turn us into a wolf. And they were like, "So what are you going to do when we watch the video? Because you're crying and that." And I was like, and I remember like fully seriously just kind of saying, "Just turn into a wolf." Do you know what I mean? If anything happens, and they're like, "Yeah, what are you going to do it?" "Yeah, but you've never done it before." "No, this is going to be the time." And we had to watch the bloody video, and it's just one of the most like horrific moments, because I can still remember the bit when it cried, and me stood up like, and because I saw their eyes looking at me, and I just went "Rah!" like go "Rah!" And then our teacher went, "Sit down." "Yes," and sat down straight away. Horrific moment, but that's what you do when you're a kid. It's fun.
I didn't cry.
You never cried as a
an
child?
entire verse as the singing narrator of the Christmas Nativity once.
And what did you do?
Just carried on.
Well, you're a better man than me.
Professional. Got some respect for the people who pay to see that nativity. Do you know what I mean?
Sweet Jesus. Right, you can text us in 64046 or email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. What's the most heroic thing you did when you were a nipper, or the most embarrassing thing, as we've now found out with my wolf story, which I thought was going to unite the room and everyone go, "Hey Ross, that's fantastic," but they were looking at me in a sad way. You listen to Six Music with Russell Howard. I'm here with my friends John.
Yes.
And Sam.
No. Do you see what we've done there?
I certainly do.
You don't love me, and I shouldn't be doing this.
That would be fantastic if someone's just woken up now. They've just switched on Six Music. I wonder what rare beat they've got on. They've probably got some fat groove I haven't heard. You don't know. That's what he was.
Session track by George Formby.
He was singing that in the Tuxedo shop. "Oh, she's gonna walk down the aisle, and I'll be down the front wearing brute." Oh. we had a really nice email, texting even. Says, "Don't worry, Russell. I cried when I was younger at an Irish dancing competition. The music started. I got 4 steps in, and I just covered my face and wept." I don't laugh. He's so cruel, isn't he? Oh, it's fine. It's fine when we're looking at cutlery and we're walking to the train station. But if we do something, like cry because we're nervous in front of people.
Oh, you've got to get over it. She's clearly older now. I wouldn't laugh if she'd never left the house since that happened. But she's clearly quite a successful woman now, so we can all have a laugh.
You don't know she's successful.
We've all cried. I've cried.
Every time she sees Riverdance, she breaks down. Which apparently so does Flatley. What's up with him? So he's in trouble, isn't he?
Satire?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in hospital,
really
mate,
weird.
so why don't you pay him some respect?
Alright, Flatters, how you doing? But I hope you're better than that. But it's really weird. That's what
they call me.
Yeah, the Flatinator. He's called himself the Flatinator.
You know.
When he's been sexing. "You like that? You want me to do me feet move?" "Oh, could you?" What had Sam doing an impression there of Michael Flatley? Do that in front of the webcam, that'd be nice. There you go, that sounds.
Do you reckon he plays like that really aggressive drumming? That's his sex music.
Oh, hang on, have you seen Riverdance?
No.
Oh dear. Well, because me and him we're going to watch Cats tomorrow.
We're not, because you haven't bought a ticket and you don't really want to go.
I'll rock up.
You won't.
I know Mr. Floppadopoly or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Which character? Several. There's the Rom Tom Tugger. There's my.
Is there someone called the Rum Tom Tugger?
He's my favourite.
Oh,
he's got attitude.
It sounds
He's
like
got catitude.
Oh, nice. So Adam's laughing. We've got to go. He got all drunk the other day and went, "You'll come to catch with me, won't you?"
I didn't say that. I'd already booked the ticket, and you said, "I'm going to come and laugh at it." And
No,
I
I
said,
didn't.
"Don't come. If you don't think you're going to like it, don't come and patronise what I like." And you said, "No, I'm going to come and laugh at it." And then we're both going to get dressed up as cats and get our wangers out.
That's what I said. Although I'll be a little bit worried about it because chances are I might have skitters. Was that you accusing me of being a Jaffa?
Yeah, that's what noise it makes when you...
I don't know where this is. Since we started doing this radio show, he's hell bent on the idea that I can't have kids. And like whenever he's a bit
Well, there's
down,
only one way to sort this out. A test.
but I'm now
Before
scared.
next week's show.
Yeah, but I'm now scared because what if I am?
If you ever have a test and it comes back negative, the first thing you're going to hear is me laughing.
Yeah, that'll be. I can't have kids. Brilliant.
Around Tom Tog.
Yeah, just you. Anyways, let's go on with the news now.
Curious cat.
Are you singing?
I had to finish the sentence I'd started it.
Of course you do. Am I normal? No. Now it's not all. We've had some really nice texts in about be young, be a kid. There's a really great quote by Hoffman, but the email's not working, so we can't read that out. But the other story was about. Do you read this? It's really weird this week. Apparently, they're shining pink lights outside shopping centres in Preston. Yeah, because apparently it calms people down. Supposedly, does it work?
I don't think so.
What we should have done actually, is put you in a cage fight with like wearing a pink catsuit. That'd been fun. Imagine that, just dropping Sam in like some bloke called Slayer.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing. Well, I say that now.
But is that how
they
it's
carry me out of the cage? Probably not.
But if that works, if you're just about to get mugged, then surely you should be able to pour blancmange on yourself and they won't mug you.
Yeah, or just dress up as Batman but pink.
That's
kill two birds with one stone.
That's a bloody good idea.
Frightened and calm.
Well, exactly. And also, I was thinking about this. If we've learnt this lesson now, but it would have been so much better, if Jack the Ripper had knocked about with George and Rainbow, then we wouldn't have had any of those problems. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Rainbow would have been a much better programme.
That's fine. That happened ages ago. As if anyone can complain about that.
Well, let's just see.
Yeah, let's see. But what were you on about that noise as well? Because how weird is that seems to be the thing that's going to stop you being naughty is a pink light. And then John was telling me about some light in Merthyr Tydfil, I think.
Oh no, they invented a box that makes a noise that only children can hear to stop them hanging around outside shops. You buy it and you nail it up, and I think it just goes. And you can't hear it as a grown-up, but kids can hear it and it winds them up, so they go away and stand somewhere else. And I think that's perfectly fair, because there's noises that some people can listen to that prevent me going in places like clothes shops. Can't go into because I hate bad music. Yeah. So I think it's only fair.
That's fair enough.
Panpipe versions of popular songs do that to me as well.
I don't mind panpipes.
Do you know, my brother, a couple of Christmases ago, he got Panpipe Aspirations. He got the Diana tribute album, and he got Enya Watermark. Christ. And it was so fantastic. He was so delighted. Every single time he's like, yes! Enya, next one. And if he's listening, he'll be really arsey because he's got a lot of time for Enya.
Enya's good stuff.
We've
all got time for Enya. You say that out loud, Adam. You tell
say
the
it loud and
people.
proud.
I love Enya.
I only like that. That one. That's a good one. What's that called?
That's called doing a car horn noise.
No, it's not that. No, that's squeezing a lady's breast in a Carry On film.
Oh, of course.
You're very foolish. But the thing, right, if pink calms you down, then surely flamingos would be the most chilled out bird or indeed thing in the world.
You would assume.
That'd be right.
Let's have an interview. Who are you?
Hello, I'm a flamingo. Sure, it's that fella off the radio.
Thanks. What are you doing?
I'm, at the present moment, I am taking a pee in the lake.
Nice. You're not embarrassed?
I don't mind peeing in the lake if you don't mind seeing me pee in the lake.
I've got no problem.
Have you ever
with that.
peed in the lake?
I haven't.
Take a pee in the lake. Ask me what colour is my favourite colour.
What's your favourite colour?
Pink. Ask me what colour I would be if I could be a colour.
What colour would you be?
Pink. Ask me what colour I am.
What colour are you?
Pink.
Do you ever get angry?
There was the one time, sure, the house burnt down and the wife was inside and it wasn't Christmas. And I was angry, and then I thought, it's all pink and at least I get a new house and a new wife and it's nearly Christmas.
Do you ever think about being another animal?
Not so much, not so much.
What about being a lion?
I would ask you, what colour are a lion's balls?
Pretty sure they're orange.
No, my balls are pink and I like pink balls.
Fair enough. Do you think... Hey, here's a question for you. Do you think you'd be the same bird if I was to paint you a different colour?
My uncle used to say to me, Tom, you are pink. And I used to think that's stating obvious so. But now I think what he meant was that I am pink on the inside and the outside. Live your life like a rare steak, I say. So you can paint me what colour you like. My balls are pink.
So what he decided to do was to paint that flamingo black, red and green to see if it had any difference. If you have a nervous disposition, you should probably turn your radio down now.
You get the away from me, you hairy Look I can't even see my balls. I don't know if they're pink, green, I got no balls. You sit there with your face doing a radio show. If you got no things to say on the radio, play some songs, talk about the news. Don't go painting a fella black, you dirty Where's that Mexican arse? I'll eat his and then into his mouth, and it's double and that curly can die and all. I've had enough. Get me out of this cage, you hairy.
So, I think we've learned one thing there, that pink definitely calms you down. Listen to 6 Music, Russell Howard, I'm here with Jon and Sam.
Howdy.
Big. Really panicked there.
What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Big fun. Big fun.
I'm so bored of saying hello. Big.
Well, you say whatever you want, let's do it again, right? Here we go.
No, because I've still got nothing.
Any word, come on, think now. Okay, 6 Music, Russell Howard, hey, you're listening to me, blah, blah, blah. I've got my friend Sam here. Jon.
Hello.
Ah, right, we've had some messages in.
Big.
You big, what were you going to say possibly?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
That would have been
It'd been something like really big mambas everywhere. What? Dildos, what are you saying? I don't know, I panicked. We've had some really good texts in. We had one, when I was a lad, I used to jump off garages and out of trees like a ninja. Also, the best walk race in Bristol is Corn Street Market.
Oh, too many people. That's more of an obstacle course than a race.
He's put obstacle course. Let's get our gear out there. This is really nice. This is from Genevieve. I was in the school play when I was a nipper, and me and my friend... Nipper's a cracking word, isn't it? Tim Fisher used to say that when we used to watch Ropley men play football. And Simon
They're
Hutley,
always nippers.
Yeah.
Always.
But it was really weird because he was in goal, and Simon Hutley tied a worm to the goal.
Monster.
And killed it. And Tim Fisher went, "You nippers, get away from that!" And then he saw that Simon was killing worms, and he went, "Oh God!"
Worms.
Yeah,
you sounded so Bristol.
but you saw that
because he saw that Simon was killing worms.
Yeah, worms, and he just went, "Oh Simon, what you done?" It was fantastic. I was in a school play when I was a nipper, and me and my friend were rival singers. We were asked to do a duet. That's fantastic. Listen, the school's going down the pan. We need a duet from you cats or it's going nowhere. And apparently, they were trying to sing louder than each other until eventually we were screaming down the microphone. For the next performance, we had the mic taken off us and we had to mime to a backing track. That's fantastic. So, the next news story, there was a really weird story. So it's quite odd sort of sexual stories this week. There's been a new sex czar appointed in the US. It's Eric Kerouac. Czar means like the kind of the main teacher or something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think it means big in Russian.
Oh really? So that's why you were looking back? That's why you said big, because you knew we were going to talk about this.
Yeah, that's what I'm implying.
It all makes sense.
It would have been better if you'd have gone, Zah! What? But this bloke's a proper weirdo, Eric Kerouac. He claims that birth control is demeaning to women, light kissing is dangerous, and that premarital sex is really modern germ warfare, which strikes me as a bit naive, doesn't it? You know? If you're shouting, Nukem or I don't know.
He sounds like our old head teacher.
Yeah, but he sounds like somebody who doesn't enjoy sex, and yet he's in charge of telling people about sex.
It's a classic case of someone who he's clearly a sex pest. Anyone
that
who
is a big
much,
call. Jon Richardson taking on the US government.
Well, they had that Ted Haggard the other day.
Get him, Jon. Get him.
That reverend fella who used to phone up George Bush every week.
That's
he
right.
He was the chair of the. Oh, I've got this written down. I should have remembered it. But he's the chair of the National Church of something or other. Evangelicals, I think. And he used to phone up George Bush every week and go, "Hey George, just so I know, no gay marriage, yeah?" And George Bush used to go, "Okay, no gay marriage." And he used to phone him every week.
Yeah.
And one week, George must have gone, "Well, I think the lady does protest too much." And then, sure enough, it turned out he'd been seeing a male prostitute for years. And you just think, at least don't phone every week. You're making it obvious. It'd be like going round to Jamie Oliver's house and looking round. You know he's got a McDonald's that he entirely funds with child labour in his basement.
I think he shreds pit bulls and puts them into baps.
Yeah. Without doubt.
No, Sam was totally on that straight away. There's been some very odd sex stories. There was a really great one this week. Apparently, there's no sperm donors left in this country. You know, I can't do it because I'm terrified because Jon has made me... Yeah, if you've just joined in the show, that's apparently the noise that I make when I try to make a baby. From my willy, not from my mouth, you know. Anyway, stop. Apparently there's no sperm donors left in this country, so we're having to import from Denmark. Did you know that? Did you hear about that?
Yes.
I didn't even know we were running out. I feel a bit bad.
No, well, that's it, you know, if you were told.
But how manly a country is Denmark? I mean, think about it.
They export bacon, beer, and...
Yeah.
manliness.
That is a whole load of manhood.
And Lego. That slightly spoils it as well. But, you know, why does it all come from Denmark? I don't know specifically why.
Vikings.
Yeah, well, you can't just say Vikings.
They have the manliest sperm, clearly.
Is that right? No wonder Smichael's nose was so red. but we're not allowed to donate sperm in this country anymore, are we?
Oh, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. We used to have a lot of donors, but then they changed the law to
Well,
say
our friend Mark, do you know this? Our friend Mark is banned from donating sperm in Leeds because he gave so many samples that they asked him to stop. They asked him to stop coming in. That's genuinely true.
They started sending them through the post.
Yeah. Well, he didn't send it through the post, but they literally, because the main fear was that little Marks couldn't bump into little Marquesses and, you know, the gene pool would just plummet.
But in the past, they could never find Mark. But the reason we've lost so many donors is because now you can, as soon as you're 18, you can trace the father, even if it was someone who just popped it in a pot.
Is that right? Mm. Oh, that's a bit wrong, isn't it?
Well, it's a massive debate and one I feel we haven't really got time for.
Hey, what about that bloke in Scotland?
Oh, there's one left in Scotland.
Did you know that, Sam? There's one guy.
Oh, he's a happy man.
Well, I doubt it. I bet he sat on ice.
Oh, it was in all the... He must have been chuffed when he read that.
Chuffed is one way of putting it. Knackered, run out of gloves.
Oh, but he's renegotiating his contract.
Oh, yeah, oh, that'd be fantastic if they're just ringing him up going, hello, is that Tom? And he's just there kind of going, hey.
Hello?
Yeah, exactly. This is awkward. I thought we were going to do a bit of a riff.
I thought we were going to riff, but
let's riff
I've said hello and you didn't say anything.
All right, I'll be
the lady. The rest of this call.
Okay, here we go. Hello. Hello, is that Tom?
Hey.
Hey, Tom, are you coming down to give us some of your good stuff?
Hey.
There you go. That went well. But apparently, Jon says that he found this thing on, was it Radio Northumbria or something like that?
Yeah.
We found some interview about two men who were really anti the fact that Danish people are now giving us all our sperm. So we're going to play that now. That should be fun.
I'm Colin Seedforth, and this is Eye on Britain. On today's show, two men who are making their own stand against so-called Viking sperm.
It's a disgrace. I say we're going all the way to Denmark to get sperm. It's ridiculous. What bothers me, no one told me. I've got loads of it. I didn't know it was needed. Nobody told me either, Rory. We were really upset when we heard
Really upset, yes.
Upset. I mean, I haven't felt this angry since I found out my brother had eaten my pet mouse.
Oh, this is far worse than that, and that was a bloodbath.
Rory Fuddle and Lee Gump came up with a unique approach to sperm donation. So how did it start?
It started small like most things, Colin. What happened first, I got angry, so I put one in a wheelbarrow and I took it round my mate's house.
Yeah. I was a bit thrown at first, wasn't I, Rory?
You were a bit thrown at first, yeah.
The doorbell went, I thought it was the TV licence people. I thought, no, but then I saw Rory's shadowy outline. I thought, great, Rory's come round for a chat and a biscuit, but you had other ideas.
I had other ideas, yes.
Yeah, he pointed at the spunk in his wheelbarrow, and I remember feeling cold all over.
But then I explained it was a matter of national security, like if Lee didn't join up, he'd be killing England.
You've been accused of being racist.
It's not racist. I don't want a filthy blonde kid coming out of my Sandra. That's not racist.
What I'll say is this, right? Childbirth, that should be the happiest moment of your life when that burn comes out of your missus. And if that comes out with a hammer and an axe in its face, you'd be gutted.
Drinking some weird Norse juice.
I'm not having it.
My Sandra gave birth to a Viking, I'd stamp on it.
You'd have to, mate.
Tony Blair won't do it.
Tony Blair won't do. He's too busy in Malta.
So explain to the people listening what you're up to.
Right, we'll tell them about the tug bus then,
Don't call it that. We have appropriated an old comic relief bus, and we plan to drive it around so that people could donate and keep England English.
What we've done, we've painted over the word comic and we've put hand.
Did Lenny Henry agree to that?
Get the dictaphone out, tell him what he said.
Right, here we go. Yeah. Hello, is that Lenny Henry?
Okay.
Can we use one of the buses?
Okay.
Thanks, Lenny. Lovely bloke.
So we just go around all day in the bus visiting new towns asking people for new donations.
How have local people reacted?
I've got to tell you, the folks round here have been great. They cannot get down here quick enough. If anything, too quick, to be honest. They do one at home, and they come in and they'll do one for us live in a booth.
Yeah, sometimes it's too busy, isn't it, Rory? That's when health and safety makes things sticky.
Health and safety has been an absolute nightmare. I've got to tell you, it's bad enough with the white tape without people making careless mistakes. For example, Norris yesterday dropped his clipboard. Bingo. Now everyone's got to wear safety goggles.
Can I look at the bus?
Yeah, come through. Right, so here we are in the main sort of auditorium, as it were, where all the action happens. Right, so I'll take you through to one of the booths. Hello, lads, how are we doing? A lot of very industrious workers in here today. That's Norris over there, 80 years old and still giving it his all for England. That's Ben, that's Tom. Don't know who that bloke in the shades is, but never mind. I'll take you through here. This is the area where we fill in the forms. As you can see, it's all above board. Very proud day for me on the bus, very proud day.
Will the idea catch on around the country?
I got to tell you, if they come round here asking to see my nuts, I'll knock them out.
It's weird, like some bloke wanting you to put your stuff in a truck, not on my watch.
What bothers me, right, it's racist. It's sick and it's racist.
Tell you what, if they put that truck outside my house, I'll come out there and I'll rip their eyes out.
So not everyone on their side, including Rory's ex-wife, Melissa.
What bothers me, right, I'm not being funny now, but he's had that bus in the backyard nearly 3 years. I think this story's a cover-up. He goes out there twice a day. I don't know what he does, but he doesn't come back happy.
But at the end of the day, it's just a harmless bit of fun.
All right, well, thanks very much for the documentary. If you're
Thanks for
listening,
the press.
yeah, in Radio Land, we'll be... where are we going next, Rory?
Look out, Newton Abbott. Start the bus, Neville.
Oh, here we go. I love this bit. Right, see you later. Brilliant. Live there from Radio Northumbria. Now, it's time for the 100% belter. John.
I'm getting some piano lessons this Christmas.
We should explain this. Every week, we use a part of the show, if you don't know. You listen to Six Music, Russell Howard, by the way, in case you're a little bit freaked out about that last 4 minutes. Every week in the show, John, because he doesn't really like the music on Six Music, he gets to play a song that rocks his world. John, take it away.
I panicked a bit this week because you didn't have your phone on and we couldn't negotiate.
Let's not do this again.
I don't know what I'm allowed to get away with. So this week, it's quite, I think this one might wind some people up. Okay. But I'm getting piano lessons this Christmas and I'm going to stop when I can play Moonlight Sonata and walk into a pub and find a piano and play this. So it's Piano Man by Billy Joel.
Hit it. For the people at home, you didn't, unless you've got the webcam, you can't fully appreciate just how much John was enjoying that.
That is a great song.
Spinning his head around,
thrusting hips.
There was a thrusting hit. There was a moment where he imagined he was in a pub and he ordered 3 Jack Daniels as the song went on.
Yeah, it's a great. Lyrically, it's great. Its tune gets you going. Bit of mouth organ in there, but I very often find mouth organ in songs a bit aggressive, and I feel like I'm being shouted at by it. That's nice and gentle. They're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone.
Nice.
You know it, Billy. You know it.
Billy, if you're listening, then John would very much like to do a duet with you. Maybe, John, you can go on organ and the Joel can rock it out.
Oh, I'm going to learn the piano, mate.
Well, I think he should probably do it. It's his song.
Well, do you know what I mean?
No.
If I'm not doing the piano, I'm not doing it.
How far does that?
With Sash.
Nice. Right, let's do some time travel. This is always a fun part of the show. Where you'd go and why. So, first of all, Sam, where would you go?
Well, you know how when you're younger, you always wish you had a much more exciting life than you did, especially around about the age of 13.
Right.
I really wanted something dramatic to happen to me, a nemesis, something like that. So I'd go back in time, and this is getting into the thing of fixing
Sam,
my own life.
You ready for this? Every single week we've done this. We've done time travel, and without fail, Sam goes back to when he was 13.
It's crazy.
What are you doing this week?
I'm visiting myself when I was 14.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back and kidnap myself for the French exchange. There's something exciting to do. I've got a nemesis. I bundled myself in a cab. I'll be greeted like Terry Waite at the end of it. It'd be fantastic. It'd be excitement, entertainment. I'd have a story for life. It'd be brilliant.
My brother had a story for life at his French exchange. He had an epileptic fit in front of everyone in his school, and he woke up in a French hospital, and whilst he was having the fit next to the Bayers Tapestry, a history teacher called Mrs. Kruper, rather than, I've changed the name, it's fine, rather than getting the ambulance,
she called Cooper?
Do you know what, rather than getting the ambulance, the ambulance.
Oh, you Francophile. Ambulance.
She sat on him, right? So she sat on my brother, my shaking little brother, and apparently tourists thought it was they started taking photos because they thought it was some Bayer Tapestry sideshow. He woke up in a French hospital. He's got a story to tell. It's not as good as your Nemesis one, but you
It'd
know.
be pretty, yeah.
I'm worried about you
Kidnap
because
the
you've
both
spent
of us.
so much time with yourself as a younger you that
Absolutely.
you're
I
stunting
could
your
screw
own
myself
development
up,
now.
that's true, yeah.
But every week...
I could need to spend a lot of time in counselling as a back.
But is there nowhere you want to go in the world?
But let's wait out and find if you've gone back to play a trick on a chimp 300 years ago. Or
Well,
put
guess again.
jelly somewhere where jelly shouldn't be found.
Well, that gets rid of the jelly one. But for the first part, I'm going back to the time the first phone was invented by Alexander Bell, I believe. Wrong?
Yeah, I think so. But not in a way that I can go, well, actually, in a way that I've seen it on QI and it was someone else and he robbed the idea.
Do you know who that other person was? It was me. Just as whoever invented the first phone, what I'm going to do, he's going to get quite excited. He's just sort of fixed it, and then his phone's going to ring, and it's going to be me on my mobile, and he'll be like, who, what? And I'll be like, look out your window, and I'll be there on my mobile, waggling at him.
Waggling
Who's your
what?
service provider?
What?
Who's your service provider
I'm
on your
taking
mobile?
back tariffs.
You can take back the tariff. Where are the masts? How
bring-
have you got a signal?
I'm bringing them all back.
You're taking the entire mobile phone industry back with you?
No, just one network. I'm not an idiot.
How? Go on, what are you taking back? What are your essential parts of running a phone network hundreds of years
I'll
ago?
take you through it. Ringtones. Initially, you need those.
What are you taking? Don't just say abstract. What is a ringtone? What if I said to you, you've got to take a ringtone into a time machine?
Yep.
What are you picking up?
I'll have a dictaphone and I'll have it going ding 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 ding. That's that done. Secondly, what else do I need?
All right, you tell me.
Well, I'll tell you what I need. I need masts.
Yeah.
With
You're getting them in the time machine. Eh?
Yep. I've got a big van. It's got like antennas that pick up only my phone, so that he can't pick it up. They're going in the van.
That follows.
Also,
what are you doing with these masts when you get there? Just
sticking them up,
in the
mate.
ground?
Sticking them up. I've got loads of big fellas I'm going to take with me in the van. They're on mast unit. They're the mast patrol. So they go out, put the masts up. It's like it's the 3-week thing. They put the masts up. And stuff like that. And then finally, probably a car phone warehouse, just in case my phone breaks while I'm there, because that'd be bloody awkward. Because I need this to go smooth, so that it can be egg on his face.
Like
So that's
Need
fine.
places to go.
So I've got everything sorted. I've got a van. I'll probably get some tunes for the van when we drive back.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Where are you going then? Where are you bloody
Well,
going?
I did go back in time this week.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I went to the Yorvik Center in York, and part of that was a time machine, and I went back in time to the year, I think, AD 900, with just me and a lonely old man who
Really?
has to play a scientist. Because it was only me, it was raining, and it was, I think, Thursday afternoon, and I was bored, so I went to the Yorvik Viking Centre, and you go into what is clearly built for 50 people, and it's school kids, and it vibrates, and you're supposed to think you're going... It was just me sat at the front, and an old man going, we're going back in time!
What, and you didn't get excited?
No, it was pathetic.
Staring into your future?
I respect that he still loves the Vikings, but you think, well, just let it go. It's just me and you in a room, and there's a bad smell, which I'm pretty sure is you.
Yeah.
Because it's not me.
No.
And then he said, we're going back in time, strap in. And my chair just vibrated for about half a second.
What
and
you
I
should
got
have
out of
done.
the lift on the other side.
What you should have done now, how fantastic went. We're going back in time, strap in. If you went, are you out of your mind? And just gone crazy, started shaking him. But what if the butterfly effect, and then you just start punching him? That'd be a laugh.
You should
That's
have
the
punched
sort of
the old
thing I
man,
do.
John.
It was really...
Don't forget, you can text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. You can email or text in where you'd like to travel and why. Possibly you went to the Yorvik Viking Centre. Possibly
It's rubbish.
All right, John, don't break it.
Don't bother. £8 to get in, and then so you're going back in time, right? And that's sitting on it. I could fart on a chair and it would vibrate more than that. Pathetic.
Yeah, but you can't sell that as a ride. Hey, come and try John's guff seat.
Yeah, I'm not going to set it up. I don't have the business acumen like you. I don't know what it takes to run a business.
What would be fantastic? It's just the idea of you somehow doing it like ad hoc, just guffing on a bench and going,
That'll be a £5.
what?
You've just been to a theme park.
Go on, so what are you doing then? What else is it?
You go on a little ride, and Vikings, what are the two words that come to mind if I say Vikings?
Rape, pillage.
Exactly. None of that. It's all Vikings had shops and you could buy buttons. And you go, oh, that's boring.
Hang
I
on a
don't wanna
minute.
watch
Did
that.
you go expecting to see raping and pillaging?
No, but you expect it indicates it's going to be violent and exciting and rah, Vikings. And it was more, oh, Vikings.
Did you turn up eating a leg of chicken?
I may have done.
With a flag and a veil.
I may have
Right.
been wearing a tunic.
Yeah, set me up in Pillage Land, get me some bevies and I'll be fine.
The worst bit is you come out into the gallery and a guy comes out in a big tunic, really proud of himself, and goes, "Look at all these things, you can touch all of the things." And I went, "Oh, fantastic, touching some things." And I picked up a spearhead and I thought, that's a bit light. And he went, "That is a plastic replica of a spearhead." And I went, "Well, obviously." And the attraction's gone of letting me touch plastic stuff. I can touch plastic stuff. And he went, "Of course, no spearheads were actually found at Yorvik." And then I thought, I've paid £8 to see replicas of things that weren't even found here. If you're going to invent stuff for me to do that wasn't here, make it cool, like dinosaurs or something. Have me getting eaten by a dinosaur and then digested and coming out of its backside, and go, "Of course, dinosaurs weren't found here." And I'll go, "I don't mind, I had a good time."
You say that, right? We've got to do this very quickly before the news, but there's a thing at the Bristol Arts Centre called the Walk-In Womb, and I went there on the day it opened, and there was a very old man who was properly freaked out, because basically you're in this sort of pink sort of cavern, and you go, "Ooh, I can feel you in there, you're kicking," and this old man was like, "What? Hell! I've been born! Christ! Somebody help me! Ah, I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! Ah!" I really like that. That's fantastic. War of the Worlds. That was
Really
by.
nice.
Let's see, that was by. That was Get Cape, Wear Cape, Fly. How fantastic is that?
We've had that before.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Oh, I really enjoyed that. I didn't know that.
That's nicer the second time.
Do you think you didn't enjoy it the first?
No, I just
You got a
didn't
problem
remember
with
it.
Get Cape, Wear Cape, Fly?
To be
Yeah,
honest,
if they want to have a fight later on.
Really?
Did you give that song your full attention, or were you mucking about while it was
Don't
on?
know what you're on about. We were playing football whilst listening to it in the studio here with a rolled up bit of paper. Who'd made that, John?
Well, that's not, whoever made it, say...
Whoever made the ball is the fool.
That was fun, though, wasn't it?
It was pretty good. Who do you think did best?
Based.
Well, mine was going in right at the start.
Oh, here we go.
Caught
again.
it so you could steal the glory away.
I didn't steal the glory. I did a chest and swivel.
I look like Gattuso, I'll play like them.
Yeah, it's that, his new haircut, don't you think? Because he was really depressed about it. I think he looks wonderful.
Gennaro Gattuso.
Yeah, doesn't he? Because he shaved his beard up
Shaved
all
my
nice.
underbeard. I've never done that before.
Now, talking of football, we've got this is quite exciting. We've been trying for bloody ages, let's be honest, to try and sponsor a football team, and finally we found the side that we like. Not that we didn't like the other side; you were already good, but this sort of good. They're called the
Honey Badgers.
The Honey Badgers, which apparently is the most vicious animal known
Pound
to
for pound.
pound for pound known to man, apparently. And we're about to meet the midfield general of the Honey Badgers, the Boat. The Boat, are you there?
I am here, Russell.
All right, the Boat. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
So, do you want to tell us about the Honey Badgers? Where did you start? Where did you play?
Well, the Honey Badgers were founded in Selly Park way back 2 years ago, actually.
Yep.
And it's
Steeped
a
in
group of
history.
lads that I know all sort of live together, and decided to bring up a team. So,
Sweet. Do you want to take us through the team?
Yeah, the team we have a squad of 8.
Nice.
It's a 6-a-side team. We have a squad of 8. We have the hologram in goal.
Do you want to name and reason for name? The hologram.
The hologram, well, the hologram kind of speaks for itself.
Yep.
He's a lot better recently, but the ball does have a tendency to go through him. So
Okay.
that's the hologram.
Who we got defending?
In defence, we have Shriller and the Woodpecker.
Right, take us through both those names.
The Woodpecker is a mystery. You don't always need a reason for a nickname, so I'm sure you're aware of that.
That's a fair point, yeah.
And the Shriller has got a tendency to scream a lot. Makes
Now-
a lot of loud noise.
He's John's favourite player. We found out about the Shriller, just the idea. We think he might have Tourette's, but he sounds fun. Who have you got in midfield, Boat?
Yeah, we have. Well, in midfield, we've obviously got the Boat, the midfield general.
Yourself.
We have the Bookcase.
Nice.
You can see why.
Obviously. Do you want to tell us
have,
why?
The Spoon.
The Spoon. Where's the Spoon playing?
The Spoon's playing. He plays up front or in midfield. He's quite an attacking player. Likes to dish it out. The Spoon.
Nice.
Dish it out.
Adam, is this a real team, or have you just invented people and you've
This
given
is
them
a
names?
real team. This is a real team.
Okay, and so tell us, why are you called the Honey Badgers?
Well, the honey badger is pound for pound the most aggressive animal on the planet, and we like to think that pound for pound we are the most aggressive team in the league.
Do you have any science to back that up?
Lots of science to back that up.
Who could the Honey Badger beat in a fight? Not your side, but...
The honey badger could beat a bear in a fight.
Okay.
And they are often known to attack lions in Africa, apparently.
Is that right?
Yeah, they'll have a go. They're only little, but they'll have a go.
Oh, wonderful. And you embody that animal. I've never seen
that animal. We really do bring that to the Birmingham Sunday League.
It would be great to see that on like a Richard Attenborough-esque programme. They're going, here we have the lions, and look, the honey badgers, and just you lot just kicking the crap out of a load of lions. Now we understand there's a bit. Oh shit! Whoops! There's the first swear officially. That was your fault, Adam. I pressed the button and I've done a swear, and John is giggling the most he's ever giggled just from me saying a rude word.
You're very sorry.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for saying that word.
I'm sorry for you.
I'm pretty sorry
because we all thought it would be.
And I've just lost the bet. we've had money on who. What's going on now? I can't stop myself.
Just stop messing with your microphone and ask the man about Badgergate.
Adam, tell me about Badgergate.
Well, Badgergate dates back to a few months ago when one of the manager actually, MPS, went over to Dublin, and at the time we were looking to get a new kit, and quite a few of the players had put their hands in their pockets, going through a difficult financial time for the club, and they put some money forward for the new kit. Now, to this date, the kit still hasn't materialised, and while MPS was in Dublin, we think he might have fathered an illegitimate child, and that's what he's siphoning off the cash for. Now, this is the reason that he won't come on and speak to the BBC himself, because you actually broke the story. So maybe we should just leave that a little bit. I'm only saying what you've all seen in the papers anyway. So,
well, yeah, exactly. Well, thanks for reporting it. To be honest, we're not going to let that story lie, Adam. That's simply not fair. If those funds...
I've just been looking on the 606 forum, actually, and there are things about a Flamingo. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm sure you'll all see it in the papers tomorrow.
Well, this is. I'll tell you what we should do. Because we're sponsoring, you're now our squad, and every week...
We're now yours.
Yeah, well, we own you now. This is the way football works now.
Hostile takeover. Yeah, I'm not sure the fans are going to be too happy about that. They'll probably be mounting an opposition syndicate.
Tell Brenda that she's going to have to put up with it, and that other woman that watches you.
We're going to bring in some big-name European players. We're already looking at the
some Lithuanians.
What we're going to do, we're going to bring in the freezer, the helicopter, and the monkey. They're all going to play for you. Now, we're going to buy you a kit. What do you think about that? Because
I think that would help to alleviate the worries of the fans over Badgergate, to be honest.
Well, what we'll do, we'll get the kit, we'll get it to you, and get some photos taken, and tell us about the game next week. That'd be fantastic.
That's good. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Honey Badgers with their... Are you the captain? You are now.
I am now.
Now that we've taken over, the boat rules. Why are you called the boat?
Because I've got a stern side.
Ah.
Feed the boat.
Nice. I thought, John, felt certain there was going to be a seaman or a tug reference there. Well done.
Well... Little miss expletive over there.
Oh, there you go. Right, so that's the Honey Badgers. We'll be hearing more about them every week. I've got to stop touching my microphone because there's something very wrong with it. So, we're nearing the end of the show. We got a really great email in, apparently from Greg in Market Harborough. He said, and it's all capital letters to make it even scarier, I heard about a honey badger that attacked an elephant. It locked its jaw onto the elephant's trunk. The elephant beat it to death, but it didn't let go. The elephant later suffocated. Greg, which is nice. Yep. Well, thanks for that, Greg. Now, let's... thanks for that, Greg. That was proper DJ. Thanks for that, Greg. The elephant died. Okay, we're now doing Let's Play God. You can text us in on 64046 or email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk with anything you'd like to do if you were an all-powerful deity. John, what would you do?
First, a little quick one first, because of the haircut saga this week. I've decided it's only fair if everyone has the same hair. And then you do
that's a good call.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I'm tired of... And you meet people who have quite good hair saying, good, I can't do anything with my hair.
What cut...
I can't do anything with
What cut are you going for, though?
Just ordinary centre-parting straight hair, and then it's good for boys and girls, so you can do what you like with it.
Oh, you're not having a separate one for boys or girls?
Universal.
Yeah, but women, you can gel it or grow it long or,
Well, I thought it had to be the same haircut.
No, not the same haircut, but just the same hair, and then you can do what you like with it.
Oh, I see. This is an issue with your curly hair, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's only a quick one. But then it set me thinking about, I want to know more about people before I speak to them. So, when you speak to someone, it's horrible when they say it and you think, if I'd known you were like that, I wouldn't have spoken to you. So, a system like concentric rings on trees, so you know how old people are.
Right.
I haven't really thought... You don't want to have to cut someone through the middle to find out how old they are.
That would be a bad idea.
But if there was a way you could find out maybe rings around the nostrils or something, so because when you're a kid, you know exactly.
Hey,
another 4-year-old can identify another 4-year-old.
But they do those in those geography videos you used to watch at school, when they get the ladies in Africa have rings around their neck. I don't know from what tribe it is, but they have a ring put around, and then they get a ring every year.
Yes,
for the rest of the year.
And then they have massive necks.
Yeah, but their necks never grow. Like, the muscles don't grow. So if they took those off, their heads would literally flop about.
Yeah, that's not a risk I'm willing to take.
No, but that's a system, because you can count the rings, but then you've got the very awkward situation of going, right, before you say hello, this girl's going, hi, I'm Sandra, and you'll be there going, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26? No. And then wandering off. I don't think that makes sense.
It needs to be quite an easy, maybe just a tattoo of your age on your head. Age and IQ tattooed on the forehead.
Yeah, but that can go up throughout the day. I mean, after I've read,
henna.
Yeah, but after
maybe
I've
a digital readout.
But the thing is, it's always going on. It needs to have some system, because if I've read something off the back of a cereal packet, I'm pumped. There's a lot of stuff I know, and is that going to show up?
That's not going to affect your IQ.
Yes, it will.
No, it's not.
What are you on about?
IQ's to do with sort of perception and general intelligence, not to do. If an IQ test wouldn't feature the questions Cocoa Pops or Shreddies discuss.
Yeah, but if it did, I'd know how to answer it.
Yeah.
Cocoa Pops, they turn the milk chocolatey.
Yeah, but Shreddies keep hungers locked up till lunch.
Oh,
you see, you've
Can I come back to that? I'll tell you what.
I'll answer. Failed the IQ
I'll
test.
answer that one at the back.
3.
No, I'll have Rice Krispies anyway. My playing God's slightly different. I'm going to invent a 12-day dog, because there is clearly a market for it. A dog's for life, not just for Christmas. Some people just want a dog for Christmas. I'm inventing a 12-day dog.
That's fair.
All the grief of losing a loved pet without any of the devotion and loyalty over the years.
Absolutely. Where's that dog of mine? Oh, it's dead. Never mind. The other one I've got. What?
What a lovely world.
How dare you? You want to kill people for not having the right IQ.
What happens to the body?
What?
The dog?
It turns into a fairy.
Very, very nice.
A lovely add-on.
Oh no, my dog's dead. I grant you 3 wishes. Thanks, fairy. The other one I've got is I'd make it so that humans could fly.
Oh yeah, I'll back that up.
Yeah, that'd be alright, wouldn't it?
I really need to sneeze.
It took me, just let it go, my friend.
I can't get it out.
Well, John, this is not good radio. Just the tension that the people go, will John sneeze? Will he not? And we're near the very end of the show, so people are going to be on tenterhooks. Did John sneeze?
I'll just mime one, if not.
Go on then, love.
Phew.
That was the worst mime ever. But it'd be really good if you could fly, though, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah.
It took me ages.
I'm hideously scared of heights.
Yeah, but you haven't passed your driving test.
That's very true.
There would be a good way. If you're bored, you can go, right, I'm off to Peru. Where would you go if you could fly anywhere now? Where you go?
It's exciting. Really? If I could fly now for the first time, I wouldn't really care where I was going. I'd probably just go for a spin. It's like when you pass your driving test, I just drove around Lancaster for 3 hours. I didn't really want to drive to Lancaster.
No, it's exciting. When I passed my driving test, I went to Basingstoke to play football, and it was the most exciting journey I've ever done in my life. Because the first time you pass, you're just literally driving on your own, going, it's just me. So when you're in a foreign country on your own, it's exciting. Well, we've come to the end of the show. Sam, what would you do if you were God?
I would edit TV programmes and put horrific monsters in reality television. I know it's perhaps not responsible, but Freddy Krueger in the Big Brother house would be amazing.
It would. That is the final thing we're going to leave you with, the image of Freddy Krueger in the Big Brother house, maybe attacking all of them. I hope you had a fun show. I've enjoyed it. Have an excellent Sunday. It's bye from me. It's bye from John.
Bye-bye, Big.
And it's bye-bye, Big, from Sam.
Goodbye.
See you later. Bye.
BBC 6 Music.